Hi, I'm Bryce Neary. This is my first year running for the Conestoga Condors.
So I'm Diane DeBoer. This is my third year running for the Condors.
Hi, my name's Sierra Vasson, and this is my first year running for the Condors.
Well, I've only been running cross country for like a year and a half. I used to play hockey before this.
So the first year was just after COVID. So it was Condors, Conestoga was just starting up kind of again. And I was the only female on the team, I guess you could say. So yeah, this year's a lot better that way because we have more of a team, so it's more fun that way. Last year I placed 10th at OCAA's, so then that's second of the Ontario team, so I made it on to nationals. That was in Alberta. That was lots of fun.
I've been running throughout mostly almost my entire life, so probably in total it's been 6 years maybe.
As soon as I got with Dave and Rob, the combination of Dave's running knowledge and experience with Rob's pacing ability, he can help us pace through any workouts. I feel like I've improved probably twice as good as I was before just in these first 2 months of training with Conestoga.
The women's team is actually really great. We're all staggered, we're all close enough, and I know that all of us could do really well, and that I know that we could run faster due to our workouts.
It's great. They always kind of listen to what you have to say, how you're feeling, and then they kind of work with that. How many reps do you do for the workout kind of thing? I like encouraging coaches, and they take what you have to say at the same time.
I just think about all my components and my competitors along and just be focus on going slow at first, not too fast, because usually I've learned over the years that when I go way too fast, I go way too slow at the end, and then I disappoint myself.
I kind of usually like to start pretty quick at the start just to kind of get out of the pack. So I just kind of started with the group for about the first K or so and then locked into my pace. Stuck with that for about 3K or so and then started picking it up a little bit because I was feeling pretty good. Just wanted to try my best, of course. I didn't want to give it all that I had yet, just because I haven't had too many workouts yet, so it was more of just a good, solid, hard effort. Of course, I was happy I managed to get 5th, so last year I got 6th, so I was kind of excited about that.
Before the race, I felt pretty bad. As I told you before, I was just recovering from a flu. When the air horn first went off, the first kilometer felt great. I didn't really notice the sickness, probably the adrenaline rush, but the next 2 or 3 kilometers is really when it started to hurt with breathing. But there was nothing going to stop me from finishing the race. I had to do it because it's not only you out there, you're for the team.
I know I could have done better. It's because it's the first race for the season. It was very hot and the grass was really wet and slippery, but I think I'll do better this time because I'll have a better understanding on who I'm going to be competing against. The last 400 meters, it was down by a slouch, a hill going down, and they were right there. And I was like, okay, this is it. I got to give it all because then I'm not racing anymore until next week. But I'm like, okay, all I was thinking about is actually the PETA, but at the same time, I was like, I gotta go because I was also thinking about place because I wanted to see what our overall was, and we're 1 place away from nationals, so that I feel that kind of helped.
I think it all started in the last 500 or 600 meters of the race when you come out of the forest. Rob was like, Bryce, there's 500 meters left. I know the race has sucked. You got to go. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. The end of the race, I'm probably going to throw up again and fall over, so might as well just make it count. Gears just changed, and I started going for it, and I think I beat him by half a second at the finish line.
I had a thick pair of socks on, and normally with my spikes they fit pretty snug, so I like taking a thinner pair of socks. So I had a thin pair of socks in my duffel bag, which is at the tent, and I was at the start line. So there was 1 minute to start before the race or so I was like, well, socks and cramp my feet up, or no socks, and I've never tried it before. So I decided no socks and we'll see how it goes. Well, I had about 2 blisters on both of my heels, bleeding a lot, and 1 on my toe too.
We're pretty dead set on getting top 5. We want to go to nationals, and we know that if we all run our best race, we can get that.
My goal is to try to get at least top 20 or top 15 to at least get to nationals?
So I'm trying not to think too far ahead because I don't want to put the pressure on myself too much. But I really hope I can still make it. Like, of course, I'm always thinking in the back of my head I want to try and beat last year's. But I know the course from OCAA's was really tough last year. There's a very steep hill. This year isn't so bad, and it's also with Conestoga's hosting it, which is super exciting. So got a little bit more of an inside scoop that way, I guess you could say. So I'm hoping it goes a little bit better, but I just don't want to look too far ahead yet at this point.
I go to the gym, work out 5 times a week based on strength, abs, chest, shoulders, like everything like that. I do long runs as well on my off days from my workouts at Conestoga, like at least 7 to 8K, and then on Sundays it would be like 10K. And that would get my strength up going because it'll get you more prepared and help with your endurance throughout the race.
Of course, work hard at workouts, give it everything I can, and listen to what coach says, and do whatever I can to help with recovery, eating good food, making sure I get good rest days, recovery days, easy runs. I mean, I just ran it today, and at first I don't know if I really liked the 2K loop that we had to do, but I feel like the more often I'm running it, the more I'm starting to like it. So I don't know, it's kind of nice that you get to see the course right away and run on it a few times and figure out where is this best spots or what sort of strategies you can use, which is nice.